Ibiza's proportions are harmonious. The island is 40 kilometers long by 20 kilometers wide. Eivissa, the main town, was established on a site overlooking the Mediterranean. Its harbour has been known since early antiquity. The neighbouring hills shelters it from the strong coastal winds. The town was often the victim of pirates in the course of its history. Turkish and Moorish vessels raided and pillaged the town. But times have changed. Today the port is active with pleasure boats. The port of Eivissa hasn't always been this prosperous. After the discovery of America, the Mediterranean ports gradually declined, leaving a good number of sailors out of work. So they were hired as privateers to serve other countries. Privateers were mercenaries authorized to attack merchant ships from enemy lands, not to be confused with pirates that the town tried to drive back. In the mid-16th century, Charles V of Spain himself decided to have a stronghold built. The cathedral caps Dult Villa, the old city. To penetrate it, you must get over the rampart, whose design dates back to Arabic times. Begun in the 13th century, the Catholic building was erected over the site of an ancient mosque. Considering Ibiza's tropical location, it is rather surprising to find the cathedral dedicated to Saint Mary of the Snows. Why? Simply because on August the 5th, the Saint's Day, the Spanish overthrew the Muslims after 300 years of occupation. For the Catholic population, the gateway to heaven was once again open. The Archaeological Museum offers a striking plunge into the island's history. It houses a collection of clay statuettes of Carthaginian origin. These objects, both commemorative and symbolic, probably express thanks to a divinity. Most of Ibiza's great historical periods are represented by precious relics, from the Greek vases to the statues of notable Romans, the sworn enemies of the Carthaginians. The island's entire past resurfaces after centuries of oblivion. At the foot of the ramparts is nestled the Sa Peña neighborhood. The old fisherman's quarter clings to the hill that dominates the sea. The brilliant whitewashed walls and houses, closed to the outside world, are reminders of Muslim society. Peña means rock in Spanish. The quarter owes its name to the layout of the spot. Lacking space, the homes are on top of one another and rise up to catch the light. The slope is hard work for the inhabitants, but despite the steep terrain, the street is a perfect meeting place. Laundry can dry even in the shade, thanks to the sea air that circulates constantly. In 1991, the town took the name of Eivissa, the Catalan name of Ibiza. People on the island actually speak a Catalan dialect. A poet-priest descending from the slaves was one of the most ardent defenders of the local language. Isidore Maccabic I Obet. The new town extends well beyond the ramparts. Lining the wide avenues, the middle class of the 19th century lived in these opulent dwellings, remarkably restored today. The decorations are typical of the transition between Art Nouveau and Art Deco. Drawing his sword, a native son killed during the Spanish-American War at the end of the 19th century, General Barra de Rey. The tranquility of Eivissa conforms perfectly with its patrimony, evidence of a certain way of life. The walls that still hold the town's past are constantly subjected to culture shock. As soon as you reach the beach, though, life takes on a totally different look. Proportions change, the tones are more intense, even the rhythm changes. Day and night, without respite, people party. It never stops, from dusk till dawn, from dawn till dusk.